You're listening to the Sisterhood Podcast.
Hey guys, we're doing hot topics and hot takes, and don't forget to let us know in the comment section what you think or how you would react. Okay, Zoe, should celebrities be held to a higher standard of behavior more than regular people?
Right, so I think celebrities are human, just like
Mm.
us. They are flawed, they make mistakes, and we have to understand that no one is perfect. However, I do think you do have a responsibility when you are in the public eye to conduct yourself in a way that is going to set a better example for those who do look up to you. I
Mm.
think if you're a celebrity known for doing mad, crazy stuff, then that's what you're known for. No one can really judge you if you're falling out a nightclub drunk, and do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I think if you are a footballer and lots of young men are looking up to you as a footballer, teenagers want to be a football player, I think conduct yourself in a way that is,
Mm.
you're going to be a role model for so many
Yeah.
people.
So do you think it depends on the audience? Depends who's following you, depends who's
Yeah,
looking?
I think
Yeah.
it depends on your target audience. I
Yeah.
think if you're known for being an influencer that's behaving in a trashy way,
Mm.
then behave in a trashy way. That's what you're known for. That's what people follow you for.
Yeah.
But if you're going to be out here, okay, there's can't remember Derek Jackson,
Who's...
the relationship coach.
Oh, what that
The
cheated
one,
on?
right? So
Oh,
if you're
yes.
going to be out here giving
Yeah.
relationship advice, doing up the how to be a good man, good woman,
Yeah, yeah,
etc. Don't be out here cheating. Don't get caught cheating
yeah,
for that matter.
yeah.
Yeah, that's my take on it. Anyway.
No, do you know what? I completely agree with you. I think people are just people. I don't think we should hold people to higher standards, although it morally, when you do have a big following, you do have yeah, some type of moral, not obligation, maybe it's the wrong word, but some type of moral responsibility. If you've got eyes on you, and then you hold power, you hold influence, and what you say lands, then I feel like you do have a responsibility to move correctly with that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm quite well researched, and I do like a lot of studies, so I know before I go online or I say something, right, I need to be researched. And even more so because that is who I am. When I'm saying things, people are expected that to be properly researched, so I
Yeah.
can't have my my super
Yeah.
researchable character sort of thing in that. But yeah, I feel like everyone makes mistakes, same
Yeah.
as you. And and also we all fuck up, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Like, what we would crucify doing a celebrity for what we'd crucify a particular behavior, we know someone,
We
or
do
we do
ourselves. Yeah,
ourselves. So yeah,
absolutely.
we're quite hypocritical, do you know what I mean, guys? I think we need to chill on that.
Absolutely. So, next question. Is cancel culture a form of censorship?
Okay, cool. Yes and no, right? So I mean, I'm not a big fan of cancel culture, and I think there's two different types of cancel culture. I feel there is a part of cancel culture that is to do with censorship, and I think that's when you start to speak to political issues, issues around vaccines, issues around government, any government legislation or political type of vibes. I feel like when those, or freedoms of speech, I feel like when those are being sort of censored, or those are being criticized, I feel like that's quite dangerous. But then again, there's this whole cancel culture, and it's sort of like what we spoke about a second ago, right? It's just public hangings, and it's
Mm.
just sort of like crucifying people for shit that you do or your friends have done, or that
Yeah.
you would forgive your loved one for in a second. So I feel like some cancel culture has to do with um I mean, we grew up in a time, right? Even Chris, right? We grew up in a time. Sorry to be crude, but we didn't grow up as pussies, okay, guys? There was like we grew
Mm.
up in a time where we wasn't easily offended, in it.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a lot of stuff now that people are canceling people for, and it's just too much. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, so what do you think anyway?
I agree. I think people should be able to have freedom of speech. What I
Mm.
don't like is people being told that they are now going to lose their job, their contracts, their livelihoods, their income. Everyone shuns them. Everyone turns their back on them based on something that may or may not be true. So when we look
Mm.
at situations, I won't go into defamation of character and all that stuff. So I
Mm.
won't name, but there's been particular people that have been exposed
Mm.
as being sexually inappropriate or have
Mm.
done certain things, and it's never been proved. It's never gone to court. It's never gone through the justice system, and they are completely cancelled. They lose everything. So
Mm.
once you've got that mark against your name, you're
Mm.
cancelled, even if
Mm.
it wasn't true. That
Yeah.
I don't like.
It's like guilty until proven innocent.
Control by social media.
Yeah. Oh.
The court of public opinion,
Yeah.
like
For
on
real.
Instagram, for
Yeah.
example, and I don't agree with that. I think absolutely, if somebody has gone and done something that is, you're a wrong and you're absolutely just foul, and
Mm.
you've been caught out, you've been exposed, then we should absolutely cancel that person. Sorry,
Mm.
take that motherfucker off my TV. I don't want to see them again.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Yeah.
buy their products. I don't care what they're selling anymore.
Yeah.
Like
We don't
they've
want to
done,
see
and I'm
pedophiles.
talking,
We don't want to
pedophiles,
see
etc.
racists. We don't want to see none
All
of
of
you
that.
guys
We
on
don't see
our.
them anymore.
Yeah.
But if we're talking, they've had a little spat with their girlfriend and
Mm.
they've maybe writ off a car or something. No, I don't think they should be cancelled for making
Yeah.
human mistakes.
Yeah.
And I don't think people should necessarily be cancelled for having a different view to the
Mm.
masses, because, like, are we all sheep now? Do we all have to
Yeah.
bar along and all sing from the same hymn sheet? Like, no, we are entitled to have different opinions. When
Mm.
them opinions become disrespectful, when they're racist, misogynistic, when they cross boundaries, then yeah, I think we need to start looking at maybe pressing that unfollow button, and
Yeah.
maybe they're not going to get endorsed in the same way. But
Yeah.
what do we know?
What do we know? We're just
do
two
we
girls
know?
having a chat on a sofa.
We are indeed.
All right. The use of auto-tune in music, cheating or a legitimate art or legitimate artistical choice? What do you think? What do you feel like?
I think Autotune has always been around for a very long time. I think when we're looking at the likes of Mariah Carey and,
Mm.
these really big, amazing singers that have these really powerful voices, they use Autotune.
Mm.
And even the best people, the best voices use Autotune. I mean, take music for what it is. If I listen to a piece of music and I enjoy it, do I care that it's been auto-tuned? Do I care
Mm.
that they've had a little touch up on their voice? Not really. If the song bangs, the song bangs, let
And as
people
long as you
live.
can perform it live as well.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I think there's two different. Okay, so when we enjoy live music versus when we're enjoying a finished production, like I've used auto tune in music before because otherwise, guys, I could not hold a note. Okay. And also, I think there's some artists that have used it quite artistically, like Kanye West. I liked it when he started to
Yeah.
use it a bit in his music. And
D Block Europe as well.
yeah, D Block Europe.
They have a good
use it
style. It's a good,
effectively.
yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like as a production finish off, I quite like it. I don't think it's cheat. I think, I think it's only cheating if it's sort of like, you really, really, really can't sing, and
Yeah.
then like, like you're really, really bad and
Yeah.
you're not doing the work, because even auto-tune, it can only hold you that much,
Yeah.
when you sing
Got to have a
into
certain
it.
style and quality to your voice to be able to auto-tune it in the first place.
Yeah.
But no, I think if I enjoy a song, I don't think we necessarily buy into their vocal ability anymore anyway. I think we buy into what the record labels package. So
Yeah.
we're buying into the finished product, which is the image, the tours,
The
the
aesthetic
branding,
sound.
all the aesthetic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Does it make your head bop? Does it make your
do you want to
hip
go and
shake?
whine, and
Do
do you
you-
want to go skank? Do you? Yeah, come on, that's all that
Do you
matters,
want to
really.
exercise to it? That's a good thing for me.
Yeah.
If I want to start exercising to music, then I know this is something.
Is it going to get you through your 100th breakup with that boy?
Yeah.
If it is, do we care if it's all
Yeah.
auto-tuned?
Is
No.
it going to satisfy that moment where you're already sad and you need to listen to more sad music to feel a little bit more
Just to shed that
sad,
tear.
to get your sadness out? And sometimes you just need to do that. Music's great, actually, in
Yeah.
that respect. So no, we're not mad, are we? Though
not
we're
mad
not
at
we're
all,
not
actually.
mad if people want to use auto tune. Just make sure you got your raw talent.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Is it ethical for influencers to promote products they haven't actually used or believe in? What do we think?
No, I don't think that's ethical whatsoever.
Same.
Yeah, no, I don't think
Short and
it's
sweet on this one. I think if
yeah.
you've never used the product in your life, how are you selling it and
Yeah.
telling everyone, wow, look at my skin?
Mm.
Put this £300 lotion away over your face and you too will look like this, when it's all fillers,
Y-
Botox and facelifts
Yeah.
and cogs and threads and God knows what.
And I know some of you Rosemary gal are lying to me on TikTok, because how have all of you had this massive hair growth? Can I just say so? You see Rosemary Bill, it takes a couple, not even just a couple of weeks, right? I think it takes about 3 to 6 months of
Yeah.
using that to actually grow out.
Yeah.
And like some of you, like, I feel like you're over exaggerating with it. You might have seen like a tiny inch of it's your eyes, I
Yeah.
feel like. It's disingenuous. It's not ethical.
No, I don't
Yeah.
think we should. I think we've come away from times where people could get away with that. I think now
Mm,
Instagram definitely make you put ads or sponsored or paid
yeah.
partnership or whatever on your branding. So
Yeah.
it's harder for people to do that. Um, yeah, absolutely. If you're going to promote something, believe in it.
Yeah, being able to believe in it. I mean, we actually, just to give a little PSA out there, me, Zoe, and Sherilyn all believe in nice, sexy clothing brands. We believe in gym wear
Yeah.
sets. We believe in
Yeah.
cosmetics as well. So if you want to send them over for the Sisterhood podcast to
Yeah.
do a little review, we would
Yeah.
love to do that.
We will do that for you.
Okay, we're gonna go from a little bit. We're gonna go a little bit deeper now, babe.
Okay.
Should abortion be be illegal in the UK, as the US have gone ahead and done it?
No, absolutely not. I do think we need to encourage our young women to take responsibility for their sexual health. I
Mm,
don't think we should use abortion as a form of contraception. But what I will say is there are many, many reasons why a woman may need to go and get an abortion.
mm,
It could be due to tragic tragedy in her own family. She may suffer a bereavement. She may be going through mental health. She may have health conditions herself. She may have been a victim of a sexual act that's resulted in that pregnancy. You name it, there's a million reasons. Should we take that choice away? Absolutely flipping not. And I think
mm.
America's crazy for doing so.
Oh
I'll
God.
say it with my whole chest. And I think, yeah, be responsible with your sexual health. Don't be letting any man breed you just through
Mm,
sheer recklessness.
mhm.
But abortion should be there for those who actually need it,
Yeah.
morally need it.
100%. I mean, Zoe, I couldn't agree more with you, to be honest with that. I believe I'm pro-choice. I feel like what's happened in America right now is an atrocity. I
Hmm.
feel like there's so much. Okay, so a lot of people compare it and they're like, well, you're killing babies, you're killing lives, and that's quite a hard comparison sometimes. I mean, me personally, I think for me, when it gets to a certain point in the womb, that's when it starts to, for me, it's consciousness, right? And this is what I've heard like a lot of people say, is just sort of like to be able to have a conscious life. So if a baby is born, obviously at a certain time, but for me, if they haven't reached a level of consciousness yet, I don't see it as having that ramification. And also the thing is, especially in places like America as well, and I know there is big numbers of people using it for contraception, but I really don't feel like that's the majority of women.
No.
But I feel like it's dangerous to do this, to even not give these women these choices, because at the end of the day, we know how effed up the world is, right? And we're bringing children and we're bringing babies into
Generational trauma.
generational trauma into families that don't have enough money to raise them, that don't put kids, that can't put clothes on their back,
Yeah.
that could be around drugs and violence. Because at the end of the day, laws like this, they don't affect the super wealthy people.
No.
They affect the poorest and the worstly affected, poorest demographics of people in the country with the lowest incomes. And this is why I feel like, because if you're rich, you can go and get a private abortion. I think it's a massive miscarriage of justice. And I feel like, again, like you, I'm so big on, don't be going up and even having sex with people all willy-nilly. That's a soul tie. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not liberating, in my opinion, to have sex with loads of people. Other people may think differently. That's fine. That's you. um but so yeah, so no, I think, sorry. Sorry, Chris.
I think as a quick
Yeah.
note on that as well, it's going to drive women to get illegal backstreet
Yeah,
abortions too, and it's putting women's health and safety at risk. So
that's another point.
yeah,
Yeah.
anything that disempowers women, I am not for.
Yeah, I think so too.
Pretty much
We
it.
understand the other side of it, but it's an important choice for a woman to have over her body.
It's a difficult choice, but it should be a choice that you have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
absolutely.